Hello students, today we are going to start our new chapter in English grammar. The chapter number is 11, the verb and kinds of verb. So let us start the chapter. First is, what is verb? As we know, the verb is a doing word, or even we are telling action words. So let us see the definition first. A verb is a word which denotes an action, possession, and the state of being. Action means the act which we are doing. The possession means the ownership, and the state of being means it shows the situation or the feeling. So let us see the example of verbs. Children plays. Here play is denote an action. And second one, I have a car. Here have is denoting the possession. I feel thirsty. Here thirsty is a state of being. Fourth one, Rita is a tall girl. Here is denoting the state of being. So next, kinds of verb we will learn. In that, kinds of verb is divided into two parts: main verb, second one is auxiliary verbs, or we can say helping verbs. Main verb again is divided into two parts. One is transitive and second is intransitive verb. Auxiliary verb is divided into two parts. One is primary auxiliary verbs, second is modal auxiliary verbs. In auxiliary it is also divided into two parts: primary auxiliary verbs and modal auxiliary verbs, as we know. But in primary auxiliary verbs we have be form, had form, have form. Let us see what are they. Be form means is, am, are, was, were. Have form means has and had. Do form means did, does not, are the forms that we are using in auxiliary verbs. Second, when we are talking about modals are may, might, can, could, shall, should, will, would, must. These are the modals. But when we are requesting someone, then we are using may, might, can, could, will, would. But when we have to give some order to someone, then we are using shall, should and must in ordering, to give someone order. Now we will learn about main verbs. Main verb is used alone in the sentence, or it will also comes together with the helping verb, that is called main verb. Let us see the example first. He laughed loudly. Here laugh is the main verb. Ram kills Ravan. Killed is the main verb in the sentence. Next, helping verb. Helping verb is a verb on which helps the main verb to form the sentence in a tense, mood, or the voice. Let us see the example. I am reading. Here am is a helping verb. Here we are using be form of the verb. Reading is the main verb in the sentence. Second example we will take. My brother has come. Here has is also again is a helping verb, and main verb is a come. Third example we will take. She is living. Here is used as a helping verb, or we can say be form of the verb is used in the sentence, or living is the main verb. Now we will learn about transitive verbs. Let us see the definition. The verb that needs an object to complete its meaning, that is called transitive verbs. Or we can say other definition, in other term we can say the verb which used with an object is called transitive verbs. In transitive verbs, we have to ask by question who and whom. Let us see the example. John eats an apple. Now what we have to do? First we have to find out the subject verb in the sentence. So in that, John is the subject, eat is a verb, and here we have to make a question by making who and whom. So let us make here we have to make who and what. Whom and what. By mistake it has been written who, but it is a what. So we have to make a question, John eats what. So an apple is a thing an apple is a thing which the John is eating. So an apple is an object in this sentence. So this is a transitive verbs. Second example we will take, Ram reads a book. Here Ram is a subject, read is a verb, and book is an object. So now we have to make a question by making what. What does Ram reads? Ram reads a book. So a book is a object. Third example I am taking, she writes him a letter. Here she is a subject, write is a verb, and whom does she writes a letter. So a letter is a object. Now we have our next topic is intransitive verbs. Let us see the definition of intransitive verbs. A verb which is used without an object, that is called intransitive verbs. Students, note that we does not getting an answer by making a question what and whom, then it is intransitive verbs. Let us see the example. She run fast. The bird flies in the sentence. These are the words these are the sentence that we are getting to know that there is no object in the sentence. So that are the intransitive verbs. So when I have made the question, the bird fly in the sky. Let us make a question, where does bird fly in the sky? So where is the question that is been framed the sentence. We are not getting the question by making what and whom. So this is an intransitive verb. Third is the dog bath. Here dog is a subject, bath is a verb. Here again we can find that there is no object in the sentence, so that it is intransitive verb. Double object. Now we have to learn about what is an object. An object is a word that affects by the action of the verb, that is called an object, or we can say the action that is done by the subject is called object. Let us see the example. Ram wrote a letter. Here Ram is the subject, verb is a wrote, a letter is an object. Now kinds of object, there are two types of objects are there, direct object or indirect object. First we will talk about direct object. It is a noun or pronoun that receives the action of the verb in the sentence, that is called direct object. When we have to identify the direct object, we have to make a question by making whom and what. And let us have an example. John likes a dog. John likes dog. Here John is a subject, like is a verb. So what we have to do, we have to make a question by using what and whom, that what the verb likes. So we will make a question. Let us see, John likes what? Answer will we get dog. So dog is nothing but a direct object. Second, Saransh hate her classmates. Here first we have to identify the subject verb in the sentence. So let us find what are they. Saransh is a subject, hate is a verb. So now next step what we have to do, we have to make a question by making what and whom. So let us make the question. Whom the Saransh hate is the question that is made by the sentence. So what we are getting, the answer will be the classmates. The classmate is nothing but direct object. And next, mom gives me a present. First, what we had told you that we have to identify subject verb in the sentence. So mom is a subject, give is a verb, and next step is we have to make a question by making what and whom. So what will be a question will be made by the what did mom give? Answer we are getting a present. Okay, so present is nothing but direct object. Now we will talk about indirect object. Indirect object, that is direct object usually comes, indirect object is usually comes before the direct object. We have to make a question in indirect object by making to whom, for whom, or for what. These are the questions formation that we have to use in indirect object, and there through that we can come to know that what is the action of the verb is performed, and it is the one who is receiving the direct object. The indirect object which is being receiving by the direct object. So let us see the steps of how we have to identify the indirect object in the sentence. First again we have to identify the subject verb in the sentence. Second, we have to identify the direct object first. Then we have to make a question by making for whom, for what, for whom, for what, and to whom, so that we can get an answer of the action or action to be the verb performed. Right, so let us see the example. My friend gave his sister a diamond ring. First, I had tell you that we have to identify the subject. There is a my friend is a subject and gave is a verb. So third step we have to identify a direct object. So what will we do? We have to make a question. So let us make a question. What did my friend give? Answer, we are getting a diamond ring. So diamond ring nothing but the direct object. And second, and her sister is the indirect object. Now we will take a second example. The teacher gives her students a lots of homework. Here teacher is a subject, give is a verb, and homework is nothing but direct object, and indirect object is whom is receiving. Whom is she has given. So the students. Okay, and students note that the indirect object comes between the verbs and the direct object. Next is, whenever we have to identify the indirect object in the sentence, it is very simple, students, that we have to keep in mind that objective cases which we have learned in earlier classes or in earlier chapter, that me, us, you, him, her, it is the objective cases. Whenever we find the objective cases in the sentence, that means it is indirect object. Now let us see some examples. The teacher gives the class some homework. Here teacher is the subject, verb is the gave, indirect object is the class, and direct object is some homework. Second example, I read her the letter. I is a subject, read is a verb, indirect object is her, and direct object is the letter. John brought Mary a ring. John is the subject, brought is a verb, and Mary is an direct object. A ring is a direct object. John brought Mary some flowers. Now John is a subject, verb is the brought, some flower is direct object, and Mary is indirect object. So even in indirect object we have founding prepositional phrases where we are using to or for in the sentence. So let us see some examples. Here the teacher gave some homework to the class. Here we have seen that subject is the teacher, gave is a verb, and some homework is the direct object. And to the class, to is the preposition we are using in the sentence, is the prepositional phrases. I read the letter to her. I is the subject, read is a verb, the letter is a direct object, and to her, to is the again prepositional phrases which we are using in direct object. John brought a ring for Mary. John is the subject, brought is the verb, and direct object is a ring. For Mary, for is again we are using in the sentence as a preposition in the sentence, so that is why it is called prepositional phrases. So here we are moving next topic.
Strong and weak verbs. Verbs are divided into two classes, weak verbs and strong verbs. First, weak verbs form their past tense by adding ed or d or t to the present tense as present tense, past tense, watch, watched, laugh, laughed, learn, learned. Strong verbs form their past tense by merely changing the inside vowels of their present tense as present tense, past tense, rise, rose, know, knew, speak, spoke, fall, fell. Observe how the past tense of the following verbs is formed. Present tense, past tense, buy, bought, catch, caught, tell, told. There is a very simple way of telling whether a particular verb is weak or strong. If in the past tense of the verb there is present a final d or t that is not found in the present tense, it is a weak verb. List of strong verbs. Study carefully the three forms of the verbs given below. Present, past, past participle. Arise, arose, arisen. Awake, awoke, awakened. Beat, beat, beaten. Bear, produce, bore, born. Bear, carry, bore, born. Become, became, become. Bite, bit, bitten. Blow, blew, blown. Break, broke, broken. Choose, chose, chosen. Forgive, forgave, forgiven. Give, gave, given. Know, knew, known. Ride, rode, ridden. Ring, rang, rung. Rise, rose, risen. Run, ran, run. See, saw, seen. Sing, sang, sung. Speak, spoke, spoken. Do, did, done. Draw, drew, drawn. Drink, drank, drunk. Drive, drove, driven. Fly, flew, flown. Steal, stole, stolen. Tear, tore, torn. Throw, threw, thrown. Wear, wore, worn. Write, wrote, written. List of weak verbs. Study the following weak verbs. Present, past, past participle. Bend, bent, bent. Bring, brought, brought. Build, built, built. Burn, burnt, burnt. Buy, bought, bought, catch, caught, caught, deal, dealt, 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 deceive, deceived, deceived, die, died, died, dive, dived, dived, dream, dreamt, dreamt, dwell, dwelt, dwelt, feed, fed, fed, feel, felt, felt, get, got, got, hang, hung, hung, have or has, had, had, lie, lied or lay, lied or lain, lose, lost, lost, make, made, made, mean, meant, meant, meet, met, met, melt, melted, melted, pay, paid, paid, prove, proved, proved, quarrel, quarrelled, quarrelled, raise, raised, raised, say, said, said, sell, sold, sold, send, sent, sent, sue, sued, sewn, sit, sat, sat, shoot, shot, shot, sleep, slept, slept, hear, heard, heard, hold, held, held, learn, learnt, learnt, leave, left, left, light, lighted or lit, lighted or lit, spend, spent, spent, stand, stood, stood, sweep, swept, swept, teach, taught, taught, win, won, won. The following verb.
This is the three forms of the verb as we had also learned in previous class: present, past, past participle. This is a chart. Let us see some examples. Brushed, brushed, brushed. It remains same in three forms. Caused, caused, caused is also will remain in same. Cut, cut, cut. Hit, hit, hit. Hurt, hurt, hurt. Let, put, put. This is the words which remain in the sentence in three forms similar. So that's all for today's session. Thank you, students.